I'm Mindy, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my February TBR and this is gonna be a wild TBR. I have 15 books that I want to read in February and that includes 9 physical books, 1 ebook, and 5 audiobooks. There are 2 reading events I plan on taking part in, and I don't know, like 9 book clubs. Let's just get into it. I'm gonna start with an arc. I have 1 arc that is coming out in March, so I'd like to read it in February sometime. It's one that I'm very excited about, and that is The Third Rule of Time Travel by Philip Cassie. Philip Cassie is one of my favorite horror novel writers. I really especially loved A Child Alone with Strangers this past year. So when I saw he has a book coming out, I had to have it. And this one is a sci-fi book with time travel, and I am really excited to see where this one goes. Now into the book clubs. I am going to start this book club journey off with a unboxing because on the Bookish Drummer Discord, they are buddy reading the Gentleman Bastard series. I've already read book 1 and they will be reading book 2 in February, so I want to join in. And I have the Broken Binding edition. I have not been opening all of my subscription boxes until I reach my goals, but since I will be reading it right away and it's not going to sit on my TBR, I'm going to open this specific book, which is book 2, Red Seas Under Red Skies. This series is about thieves, and this second book is on ships, swashbuckling islands. That's really all I've heard about it. But let's see how the Broken Binding edition looks. Here's the sprayed edges, painted stenciled edges. Whoop, foiling. Hard to see. Here's the interior artwork. Cool. And a different one on the back. So I am excited to read this with the Bookish Drummer, Chapter Conundrum, and Ian the Reader. They are pretty much the ones heading up the buddy reads on the Discord. They also have the Thrill Killer Chill book club. This month's book is Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. I actually have not read any Alice Feeney thrillers, so excited to check one out. Then they have a Stephen King read along, and February's book is From a Buick 8, one that I am not super interested in reading and I have not heard great things about, but I have not read it yet, and if I have time for another audiobook, I will be fitting this one in. And then the last book club on the Bookish Drummers Discord is the John Mars read along. And February's book is the one. This is one I own and one that I have been the most excited about. Super excited to read this, about a dating site that will give you your perfect match, your soulmate, and involves several stories of their journey through this site. The next book club that I would love to participate in this month is the Midnight Book Society, hosted by Slime and Slashers. And this month's book is Pay the Piper by George A. Romero and Daniel Kraus. And this is a loose retelling of the Pied Piper, I believe. It's a modern take. It's set in the South, in the Bayou. I'm looking forward to that one. Next is the Death by TBR book club, hosted by Kelly Hooked on Books and Fiber Artsy. And their book of the month is Into the Forest and All the Way Through by Cynthia Palaio. This is a book of true crime poetry. Poems about missing or murdered women. True crime sounds like a tearjerker. It's gonna be some sad, true stories in there. I do love horror poetry, so now I'm gonna check out some true crime poetry. The next book club is the Fright Club, hosted by Secrets Read and Cliff's Dark Gems. And the book that we've picked out to read this month is The Haunting of Velkwood by Gwendolyn Kist, which is a horror haunting book, I believe, about an entire haunted town. Possibly. Next is the I'm with the Band book club, hosted by Reading This Life. And the book they've chosen as their band book of the month is one that I have on my shelves and I would love to get to, and that is They're There by Tommy Orange. This is literary fiction or contemporary fiction. It's a multi-generational story about Native American family, and I am very excited to read that one. The last book club I'm interested in participating in February is the Creepy Book Club, hosted by Nightmare Maven, and their book is Supplication by Noor Abi Nakul. This is a translated literary psychological horror novella, and I can't wait to read it because all of those things are things I'm interested in. Now I want to tell you quickly about the two reading events I would like to participate in. The first one is Folklore February, hosted by Kat's Novel Adventures, where the focus is to read folklore, fairy tales, retellings, that sort of thing. So the books that I'm kind of planning to read for that is first Pay the Piper by George A. Romero and Daniel Krause, which is a retelling, has some folklore, I believe. Then The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden, which has a lot of Russian folklore in it, from what I come to believe. As well as, this is a questionable one, Dark Lover by J.R. Ward, which is the first book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood paranormal romance from back in the day. I'm thinking this might be able to count because it has vampires, which are myth, legend from certain place in time. Not sure if it counts as folklore, but there you go. Now, the last reading event is the February Rewind Reading Challenge, and this one is hosted by It Came From the Page, and I want to do a few of the prompts. I'll tell you about them. The first prompt that I want to do is to read a soft DNF, so a book that you stopped reading for whatever reason but would like to go back to. For that, I'd love to finish up Flowers for Algernon by Daniel Keyes. I am over halfway. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, I don't have that much left in this one, and I was really liking it. So I hate it when the month ends, you have a brand new TBR full of 15 books or whatever, and then you just put down whatever book you were in the middle of, and it doesn't get finished. But I'd love to finish this one. This is also one of my 40 books to read before I'm 40, so finishing it would be great. Working towards those goals. The next prompt I'd like to work on is to read a book you've owned the longest. I'm actually planning on doing a February vlog with the 3 romance books that I've owned the longest. So those books will all count towards that prompt. So it could be any of these. So Dark Lover, Outlander by Diana Gabaldon, or The Bronze Horseman by Paulina Simmons. Next prompt is to read a sequel or the next book in a series that you love. Red Seas Under Red Skies by Scott Lynch will definitely fit for that one. And then the last one I'd like to do is to read a TBR vet. And my TBR vet is The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. I've had this on about 4 different TBRs, and it always never quite makes it because there's so many books in so little time. But now it fits for 2 different reading challenges and prompts, and hopefully I get to it this time. A book I've been meaning to read for so long. So those are the 15 books that I hope to read in February, the shortest month of the year. 9 physical books. I might have to get some audiobooks to get through some of them. We'll see. 9 physical books, 1 ebook, 5 audiobooks. And let me know if you've read any of these books. What did you think of them? which books are you most interested in hearing my thoughts on, and I will be back very soon with another book related video. Thanks. Bye.